Y'all don't understand me still. I never enjoy my success, but my family will.
Hey.
Y'all don't understand me still. I never enjoy my success, but my family will.
Hey. That's
what's up with E. It's California's dreaming state
lettuce, celery, peppers, oranges, apples, all of this produce that all of these farmers used to grow have been taken away, and now we're going to just grow cannabis, right? I can't just say trees, people, right? Cannabis, right? So, as an African American person, I got vegetables in the back. I'm thinking, man, why don't you guys just start farm? Produce farm.
Right.
So what does a produce farm do? First, you give your community the chance and the opportunity to eat healthier and to help themselves in the long run. You give your community a chance to have jobs at the farm.
Mm-hmm.
You give your community a chance to learn about the agriculture and about how the farming and the business and how everything goes. So then you give them another way. Like, instead of going to work at Safeway, I got, I don't know, 2,000 square foot yard space where I could have a microgreens farm in my backyard and sell it to these neighboring businesses.
You bring up a good point, man. Working in Bayview for over 12 years, we call that, folks that work there, we call that the food desert. And we say that because of the lack thereof fresh produce for families, family access. And we know that was intentional. The nearest grocery store is the Foods Co., located in Bayview, which we also know is one of the worst Foods Co. in the entire city, which is set up by design. We did a test. Took our students down there to look at the expiration dates and quality of the meats, the food, and it's absolutely horrible. I recommend you do the same. So with that being the food desert, essentially, we know that we need to do better. San Francisco needs to do better as far as getting fresh produce to our youth, particularly black youth in Bayview Hunters Point.
So you drive up Hunters Point, right? You drive up Oakdale, Paloux,
Parkway,
and then you see these empty sections.
Yes.
Especially if you hit the back by the warehouses, right?
Yes.
You see all these empty sections. A raised bed, 4x4 raised bed, costs under $20 to make, but you could grow tomatoes. You could grow enough tomatoes for at least 5 families per season in one 4x4 raised bed.
Okay.
So just imagine if you have 30 of those raised beds, how much vegetables you could grow.
Right. Right.
And then you have a program where the kids in the community come and take part. So they're more interested in eating it because they help grow it.
Right.
So now you give them this sense of, man, I feel good because I did this and this and that. So at a time when they get older, I mean, we used to do this when we were kids. I've been doing this since I was a kid. You know what I mean? Now, Mom, let's just make a garden in the backyard, and then we don't have to spend as much money at Safeway.
And what you're talking about is getting these kids exposed. Something that changed my entire life from a child, going to being exposed to eating different types of food and types of vegetables and how to make things that are very flavorful. Because I know a lot of folks say, these veggies, they don't got no flavor in them. That's not the case.
Man, when you grow those joints outside, your backyard.
Saute them, of course.
Man, they taste real nice like.
Right.
Man, real nice like.
And are fantastic for you in the long run, man.
So I do, there's grapes back there. It's a banana tree, plum, peach, apple, orange, lime. There's a lemon. No, there's not a lime. There's a lemon, and there's like this mangy lemon, like tangerine joint, right? And then there's there's some loquats, emoji berries. I think that's what they're called. You know, some tomatoes, some kale, some peppers. I usually do like broccoli, tomato, some potatoes. So I usually have enough stuff at any time so we could go in the backyard and we could get a full meal as a family. You know, I mean, we could do that several times a week. Like, I know, man, like sometimes we don't even go to Safeway. The spaghetti, sometimes it's all tomatoes from the backyard. And then people don't understand the benefit in that. Like, there's no pesticides being sprayed on them. They're right, man, they come off the vine right to the kitchen.
Right.
Like, you can't get no fresher than that. So I think all of this ties in together. If we have this in our communities, and even in Latin communities, if we have the community farm, those kids got another place to go. Like, you know, it's not always about sweating. It's not always about sports. Like, we more than